Loneliness is poison. It's killing us, literally. Researchers have consistently found a strong connection between loneliness and a whole host of physical and psychological issues, such as heart disease and mental illness, over the past few decades. Loneliness physically cripples us, emotionally unwinds us, and makes it difficult to be spiritually whole. The truth is, for specific, we were built for connection. But it's hard to simply find time for people in our fast-paced, individualistic, and success-oriented society, let alone form deep and meaningful relationships. Nowadays, people deliver our food and supplies. In our homes, we work out. And much of the time we spend staring at a smartphone. We see less and less of each other. And when you're tossing in the global pandemic's forced isolation, it's like the universe's poured lighter fluid onto our blazing isolation flames. Here is the good news. There is no need for you to live a sad, isolated life. You have to be intentional, but with people you trust, you can build healthy, whole, and genuine relationships. You will appreciate warmth and depth. You should learn to help others and first think about their needs. Here are the 11 practical and powerful strategies that will allow you to substitute loneliness and find relationships. But you have to devote yourself to doing the task and to mastering these abilities. Number 1. Just spend time with yourself. I want you to spend time with yourself and understand the emotions you're having before you reach out to someone else. We call as loneliness drill. It seems like this is counterintuitive. You need other people if you're lonely, right? But I want you to take this time first and focus on why you feel lonely. Painful feelings like loneliness give us a valuable chance to learn and to be self-aware. So don't run from feelings that are negative. Just be brave. Examine your thoughts and the way you react, and think about yourself and your circumstances. Just write down what you're feeling. When required, forgive yourself. Number 2. Be truthful about your loneliness. It doesn't mean that admitting that you're lonely implies that you're bad, or a loser, or an outcast. This means that you're human. In a crowded place, I often felt lonely. In front of thousands of people, I felt alone on stage. Feeling alone sucks, and it impacts all of us. We run the risk of mislabeling our thoughts and perceptions if we aren't truthful about our loneliness. Maybe we're stressed or dealing with anxiety, we might think. What you need, however, is to have someone on your side. Someone with whom to disagree or laugh, or somebody with whom to share a meal or cry. Do not blame yourself for feeling lonely or criticize yourself. Loneliness exists to tell you that you have an unmet need for connection, just as hunger exists to tell you that it is time to feed. In simply being truthful and giving yourself permission to feel lonely, there is strength. Tell it out to yourself, and even to those you know, loudly. This is the first step in getting what you need. Number 3. Be proactive. Come up with a strategy to communicate with others after you have accepted your loneliness. If you are waiting for someone to reach out to you, depression may easily turn into a pity party. Bear in mind that smartphones, home visits, and letter writing operate in 2 ways. Go and take the first step. Keep it easy. Invite a friend over for pizza, or tell your family when you get home from work that you're taking them out for ice cream. Work hard to be present, to look in the eye and smile at people. If you're in a season of nature where you just have few mates, maybe you've just relocated, or you've ended a long-term relationship and changed social circles, then you're going to have to take it seriously to come up with a strategy to meet individuals. In your quest for communication, choose to be active, not passive. Number 4. Schedule your time in person with a loved one. 70 to 90% of communication is nonverbal, depending on what studies you read. We've outsourced almost all of our communication to texting, emails, Snapchats, and DMs in recent years. Bear in mind, digital interactions are ways of interacting, not connecting. Relationships are more than data for trading. They are about eye contact, affection, and presence. It is critical to connect in person, or through FaceTime, if needed. On a regular basis, spend time, face-to-face with the individuals you care about the most. Consider creating relationship rituals and rhythms, such as a weekly date night with your spouse, Sunday night potlucks in the backyard, or Taco Tuesdays with your friends. Number 5. Quickly find a group to join and commit to it. We all crave community, in addition to individual, intimate relationships, and being connected to something bigger than ourselves. Find and commit to a group of individuals pursuing a common purpose. With some friends, try out a running group, a hiking club, or a writing group. At a church, join a small group. By joining a Financial Peace University class, get help with your money. Or if you're a hipster, put your tightest jeans on, grow a mustache, and sign up for an avocado toast cooking class. Visit and explore different groups, but once you have landed on something, commit to it. Show up, even if you have to wear a mask. Be consistent. Overnight friendships don't pop up. Creating something meaningful requires work. Number 6. Pay close attention to your story. When we're lonely, we tend to wallow our discomfort with tragic stories we tell ourselves. We overdrive our storytelling machine. We ruminate, a fancy psychology word for constantly repeating thoughts on feelings of worthlessness or rejection. Such as, we're fat. We're too broke. We're bad parents. Our hair doesn't look good. And of course, we get a steady stream of edited photographic through social media that everyone else is smarter, prettier, happier, and wealthier. If you're feeling hurt because you haven't heard from a friend for a while, you might choose to tell yourself she's purposely ignoring you. Or if you were abused or abandoned when you were young, you might recall that people are dangerous, and that vulnerability was indeed pain. These stories are true sometimes. Often, they are not. Relationships are hard and can be scary, but you must try to practice, stumble, and try again. If someone hurts you, it's because they're broken, not you. If someone hasn't called or visited you, they might await you desperately. If you're lonely and anxious, stories invade your mind. Keep only true and positive thoughts in your head. Negative trash doesn't stay. Number 7. Don't overwhelm the people you care. When you're lonely, looking for a connection, it can be tempting to blast others at 100% all the time. Be careful about exhausting your friends and family with your problems, your challenges, and more you. Others don't exist for you. They exist with you. Everyone deserves to breathe. Everyone deserves solitude. And everybody needs connection. Finding these sensitive balances is tricky and ever-changing. Practice grace, truthfulness, as well as much laughter. A healthy relationship is about being honest about your needs, sacrificially giving, and safely putting forward the needs of the person you care about. Sure, sometimes someone gives you more than you can offer. And there are other times when roles are reversed. But watch out for your relationships to become clingy or desperate. And watch out for the tendency to be a people pleaser or fixer. You'll end up wearing down other people. Number 8. Beware of your media choices. They told us that social media would help us stay connected, meet new people, and deepen our relationships. They have lied. Social media exists to sell us things, by selling information on a silver platter. These platforms use fine-tuned algorithms to keep us scrolling. There's alarming evidence that using social media actually increases feelings of depression and loneliness. Digital connectivity doesn't complement communication. Sadly, when we can have thousands of friends on Facebook, we live in an age, but nobody can help us move a couch, or change your tire, or pick some eggs. Be careful when you're on social media, and how long you're accessing it. Consider deleting your apps on your phone, and accessing them on your desktop, or setting a 10-minute timer when you start using it. Practice turning off social media when going home. Start a meaningful conversation, or connect with an old friend you haven't seen. Be highly intentional about all media types like Netflix, news, infotainment sites like Reddit, BuzzFeed, and even podcasts. Make watching shows or hearing podcasts an intentional event, not passive distraction. And sometimes you just have to protect your heart and mind, and turn off electronics. Number 9. Sweat. Movements are critical to physical and mental health. Nature matters to your heart, mind, and body. Get out and sweat, or at least move your body, whether hot, cold, raining, or beautiful outside. Action helps break away from negative thought patterns and feeling stuck. Better yet, be active in community. Find an activity that interests you, and invite a friend. Doesn't care what it is: rock climbing, hip-hop dancing, camping, or biking. The best friendships often form over a common activity. But above all, move. And move with others if possible. Number 10. Service to others. Service to others helps us to get our eyes off ourselves and to concentrate on the needs and feelings of others, who may also seek help and connection. And the service, of course, will look different for each of us. It can be as simple as walking around with your children in your local neighborhood to pick up trash, or as formal as working to serve homeless meals at a nonprofit. Relational service may be handwriting letters, with a stamp, envelope, and everything, to people in your church, your grandparents, or old friends. You may be bringing some soup to an elderly neighbor in your apartment complex. Whatever it is, grab a couple of friends and find ways to serve. Don't wait. Start right now. Number 11. Practice mindfulness. In a very real way, loneliness reminds us that we control very few things in our life. We can only manage our emotions and our actions at the end of the day. That's it. When everything feels out of control, prayer keeps us focused. Take extra time to pray, and even hold prayer meetings to bring people together. Via any number of meditation tools, you can also practice mindfulness. Or simply put your electronics away, sit still, relax, and concentrate your thoughts on being where you are present. There are also many mental health, spiritual, and well-being advantages of holding a gratitude log. If you really are courageous, find someone to share your journal of gratitude on a regular basis. You can become a better friend, and find better friends if you're ready to do the work. You're worthy of a better life, and we want to help you create it, one day at a time. Thanks for watching.